Hello, good evening. Welcome to Lithuania. We are in Utena, and it's the Basketball Champions League game, Group A, between Juventus Utena and Hapoel Holon. Well, we believe we've got a good one for you tonight, folks. The fans are here checking up, no doubt, on the latest updates from the Basketball Champions League app, which you can load and check out all the squads, news, whatever. Here is game day 3 in Group A. NSA Monaco won that one handsomely. As we look at the rest of the teams, Pinar Karšiaka, UKAM Murcia, EV Baskas Oldenburg, Dynamo Sasri, they'll be in action tonight, as well as these two teams. This is a battle of 0-2 teams, and that man right there, Arvydas Šiškinius, will not play. He is carrying a cold, and Juventus Utena have decided to keep him out, and Hapoel Holon as well have decided to keep out Corey Walden for what they described as health problems. I'm not sure exactly what that means. But here are the Group A standings. You can see Monaco flying high up at the top, along with Pinar Karšiaka and UKAM Murcia. And down at the bottom, Hapoel Holon and Juventus Utena. Remember, Juventus Utena winning in the qualification round. And to get here, qualification round 3. They made it past the group stage last year, but it's pretty much a new team. And it's a team that has had some turnover. But first, Hapoel Holon, you could very quickly there see Tamir Blatt in front of us, the son of David Blatt, the coach. Coach Blatt, if you're listening, we hope you enjoy this. And it's a Hapoel Holon team. It's a great opportunity for Blatt. It's a great opportunity for Israeli basketball to have a club like this in the Basketball Champions League. And this is not always an easy place to play. Sorry for the quick looks at the rosters tonight. That was Juventus Utena, and of course the big news for them is that last week their coach Gediminas Petrauskas resigned just because they were getting poor results, and they've replaced him with Zydrunas Urbanus. Now here you go, Urbanus, former player, LKL legend, former LKL player of the year. Who is he going to go to tonight? Well, Anthony Ireland is a big-time player for them, and he'll be looking for him to step up. And this is really the club that he's kind of had under his wing, Urbanus, who has not only been on the coaching staff as an assistant, but also one of the founders of this club. So he has a vested interest in getting them some wins. Played for Lithuania at youth level, did Urbanus. So the Juventus Utena players being introduced here to the fans. Now, this is game day 3, and it's the second afternoon, or the second night of game day 3. We had some games yesterday, which real quickly, one of them was Monaco. So in fact, they've actually improved to 3-0 because they were winners 89-73 over NSA Krasnoyarsk. That game played last night. So Hapoel Holon and Juventus Utena about ready to start things off, and we do have some other players that we'll be talking about here from Hapoel Holon. Maxim Kornienko as well has come out and joined Juventus Utena, the Ukrainian international. And this is the tradition from the Lithuanian clubs, the pregame chant. So real quickly, as we look at the Juventus Utena players, we'll go over what their results have been. You remember seeing them in the standings there. They are 0-2. There's their bonus. So they started in the qualification round 3, and they took on Bulgarians Lukoil Academic and won the first leg in Bulgaria, 82-81. There's Urbanus coming out and shaking the hands of Shamir and the coaching staff of Hapoel Holon. And then in the second leg of that qualification round 3 tie, Juventus Utena won it 86-79. Then came the real business. It's one thing to get to the regular season. It's another thing to get to the regular season and win games, as those fans know very well. Well, their first opponents at AS Monaco, and they lost 90-53. Then they followed that up with a 90-78 loss at Pino Karšiaka. The referees tonight, Porsanidis, Calatrava, and Zashuk from Greece, Spain, and Ukraine. So Calatrava will be hopefully the architect of some good calls tonight. And we'll also get a look at the starting fives for Hapoel Holon: Terrell Holloway, Coleman, Alexander, Arush, and Thomas. So Joe Alexander, having been a pretty big name stateside, college-wise, thinking he might be in the NBA, but has come to Europe. He played with Maccabi Tel Aviv, and now he is on the books of Hapoel Holon. Dan Shamir, the head coach. (42 years of age. Just a young man, isn't he? Juventus with Pichkauskas, Ireland, Dindy, Flowers, and Kornienko going straight into the starting lineup tonight. Hapoel Eilat. Eilat was where Dan Shamir's previous job was last season, and the season before that he was an assistant at CSKA Moscow, 2013-14. There's Urbanus that we have spoken about tonight. So moving from the assistant role up to the top job. Also interesting that Shamir worked for a year the 1999-2000 season at the University of Kentucky when Rick Pitino was busy turning that university into a powerhouse. You might remember some of those glory days for Kentucky with the likes of Jamal Mashburn and co. So Juventus Utena looking for the home comforts tonight to try to get into the win column here. They've had their struggles in the Lithuanian League, and as far as they're concerned, they're starting over, and don't look back, just look forward. For Dan Shamir and co., you have to think this is a win that they believe they need to get tonight, coming and taking on an 0-2 Juventus Utena team. Of course, Hapoel Holon almost sprung what would have been considered an upset on game day 1 when they traveled to the south of Spain to take on UCAM Murcia, but they lost that game 78-76, having led for long stretches in the second half, and then they returned home, and just like Juventus Utena, they took on Monaco and lost that one pretty decisively, 85-56. So Monaco really kind of throwing down the gauntlet to everybody to let them know how good they are. So who has been getting the job done for Hapoel Holon statistically? Well, leading the way in scoring is Thomas. Holloway, Thomas at 16.5 points per game. Holloway 15 points per game. And Corey Walden, who's not playing, 10.5 points per game. Well, good evening, folks. If you just joined us, we are in the Baltics. We're in Lithuania, and this is the Basketball Champions League game between Juventus Utena in white and Hapoel Holon in the purple and yellow. Look very Los Angeles Lakers-like. And Juventus Utena put up an air ball to start things off. And now Hapoel Holon have a chance to run. Push it up to court quickly. And they attempt a three that goes off the back of the iron. Kornienko, thought he played very well for Mike Fratello when he was the coach of Ukraine. When they played, there he is launching his first three. Misses. And the rebound and put-back attempt is no good as well from Juventus Utena. The rebound was by Jonte Flowers. And that time Holloway missing from long range. Backing his man up down low and going up and missing was Juventus Utena's Dindy, number 23. 2.06 meters in height, powerful 6'9" body. Alexander, his pass into the corner was intended for Harush, but was out of bounds. Also, Guy Panini's in this Hapoel Holon team, the longtime Maccabi Tel Aviv player, the longtime Israeli international. So we got the past of Israeli internationals and the future with Tamir Blatt out there. Another miss. Harush with the rebound. Inside, that's way too easy. Nice finish by Tashawn Thomas. And the pass, and, well, he contorts his body, Dindy, and finishes well. You should call that a reverse layup. Alexander, little mid-range shot, showing you that skill that he's got, well known for. Back in the day, played his college basketball. It was with West Virginia, the Mountaineers. And another miss. Harush has it. This ball on the deck, over the shoulder pass behind him to Alexander, who looked almost as if he wasn't expecting it. He was going to crash the boards. Oh no, he was expecting it. He just didn't catch it. Didn't look that bad of a pass. Pichkauskas brings it up the floor. Dovis Pichkauskas, one of the players left over from last season. And now the scrap down low. And Coleman called for the foul. Pichkauskas has the ball taken away. Quickly down the floor. And the dump. And the miss. How in the world did Harush miss that one? Dindy goes in and tries to answer. And Kornienko with the offensive rebound and putback. So not thing of beauty offensively for either team here at the start of the game. Harush over to Alexander on the baseline. Vichkauskas. Alley-oop pass. How about that from Dindy? Well, that was fine and dandy for Dindy, in fact. Look at that, two-handed jam. And a foul called. Foul called on Holloway. Coleman hands it off, gets it back, looks down low to Alexander, turns, goes up strong, uses the glass and scores on Dindy. Says there's more where that came from. Good post-up move from Alexander. Certainly offensive foul. Guy Panini has come into the game. And Flowers. And Coleman throws it off of the Juventus player's face. Ball goes out of bounds. Look at this. Oh, right off the head. Not what you want to happen. You can see Saminas holding his head after that. So slow start for both teams here. And now Vichkauskas comes up with a steal, careless ball handling, and Vichkauskas brings it back outside. Kornienko wide open for three-pointer. Maxime Kornienko. And Juventus finally drill a three, and they find their man wide open under the basket. Holloway. Kornienko turns, puts it up, and gets it to fall. Nice soft jump hook. Showing signs will be a positive addition to this team. The new signing, Maxime Kornienko. Let's talk about him playing for Fratello in Ukraine at Eurobasket 2013, and now that was the drive, and it was good from Alexander. Alexander, the 8th overall pick coming out of college by Milwaukee, but didn't make it. It was a bit of a surprise for not only himself, but everybody. So the turnover gives it back to the team, the visitors in purple. Thomas inbounds it to Holloway. Panini, no look, and the ball goes out of bounds. He's trying to get to Coleman. Here he is, folks. Drum roll, please. Tamir Blatt checks into the game. A real star at the Under-20 European Championship this year with Israel, helping them get to the final in Greece. And we'll get a chance to see him on both ends of the floor now. Pass almost goes out of bounds. Kupchis saves it inbounds. Goes to Hapoel Holon. Now it's going back the other way. And Kornienko again launches one. And Kupchas with the offensive rebound, and he is fouled on the putback attempt. So Kupchas makes the first one. And the big fella makes the second as well. So 3-point advantage here for Juventus. Utena. Kornienko comes out to catch his breath. Also coming in number 9 for Hapoel Holon Moore. Field goal percentages for both teams. There's Moore on the baseline, short, straight off the bench, follows his missed shot, gets it back, and draws the foul. Doesn't need any time at all to get ready. Comes in and launches them up. Makes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Vichkauskas guarded by Blatt. And the SWAT team, Joe Alexander. He's the captain now. He erased that drive from Budolavich-Vecius. And the reach from Saminas and the foul. So Holloway now takes a seat. Here's Blatt. Guy Panini was out of bounds. It astonishes me how guys go out of bounds after they catch a pass like that. Anyway, timeout on the floor. Hapoel Holon not really turning on all cylinders at this stage. But it's Juventus Utena who called the timeout. Let's try to listen in to the huddle. Okay, so back to live action coming out of the timeout. And we'll see if Urbonis got his message across. And pass down low. Well, I suggest he did. Anytime you can come out of a timeout and get the ball down low for an easy one. bodes well. Flat over to Moore. And Moore ran into Vitkauskas. And now sensing the mismatch, Flat has the ball in his hands now. Quick pass across to Panini. And that was short. And Coleman called for the foul. So Coleman has to leave the game. Aldrich, the captain, back in, number 12, guarding Anthony Ireland. Ireland pulls up for three. Good! Now 18-11, the lead for Juventus Utena. Final seconds ticking off the clock here in the first quarter. And a good look, wide open from Trawick. So the final blow of the opening quarter landed by Hapoel Holon. Nevertheless, they trail 18-14. So Alexander leading the way for Hapoel Holon with 6 points. And for Juventus Utena, Kornienko has the 7. See the shooting percentages for both teams. That was the first 3 for Hapoel Holon. Came right at the end of the quarter. Even Steven on the rebounding. Dindy has the 4 points, including the ferocious dunk. And here's some of the highlights. Comments on the break. Here's Dindy with the reverse layup. And of course, he had the alley-oop jam. So the highlights, the lowlights, and the bottom line, it's time to get rolling if you're Hapoel Holon. That was a nice little basket there right at the end by Trawick. So second quarter action now underway. And Alexander, baseline, puts it up. And Ireland with the rebound. Budula-Vicious. Shot clock down to 8. He's going to have to get something up. Good reach from Panini to knock it away. 3-on-1 break. Panini's going to finish it. Nope, he's not. Trawick there for the offensive rebound. And boy, how in the world? A 3-on-1 break. No points for Hapoel Holon. That'll make Dan Shamir's hair turn gray. Ball goes out of bounds. Back over to the visitors. So Hapoel Holon looking to get into their rhythm. Blatt. Over to Holloway. Holloway bumped up high. Kupchus picks up the foul. Boy, it's been an offensive struggle from both sides. That's what you call a blocking foul. Blatt launches one for three, and now Ireland. Pulls up right at the free throw line, gets it to go, and now it's a 6-point lead. Urbanus was looked like he was signaling for a little bit of full court pressure. Maybe he was just trying to get his guys to pick him up man to man. Blatt, bounce pass. Beautiful pass. Harush, his attempt though goes out of bounds. Trying to get it to Holloway. So Juventus Utena. 5 turnovers, 8 for Hapoel Holon. Boy, it's been a horror show from their standpoint, the turnovers. And another attempt, and Budalavicius drills it. Saminas, the captain, had missed from the wing. Here's Budalavicius. And that brings the timeout from Shamir. Oh, apologies for the language, folks. If you could hear that on the bench. Holloway getting fired up down there. Anyway, Juventus Utena, 46%, 6 of 13 inside the arc, 5 of 13 for Hapoel Holon. Assist-wise, Hapoel Holon with 6, Juventus Utena with 5. There's the Budalavicius three-pointer. Well, he was wide open. And that led to the timeout from Hapoel Holon. So we'll see if the players come back out with as much fire as Holloway. Certainly had. There's Trowick, who came out and hit that three-pointer, but that's been the only one that he's launched right at the end of the opening quarter. Maybe they could get him more involved. Anthony Ireland on Holloway. And alley-oop pass a little bit behind Guy Panini, but he was able to control it. And a foul has been called on Kushitskas. Panini misses the first attempt. Well, he's got a lot of games under his belt. Hit that big three-pointer, about falling out of bounds this summer at the Eurobasket. That helped Israel with a come-from-behind win over Germany, but it ended up being their only win. With Flowers. Over to Budalavicius, short this time. And Kupchus fights for the rebound and gets it. Budalavicius just 2 6.0 meters in height, 6'7". Kupchas, much bigger, as you can see, getting inside and with the soft touch. The big 2.17 meter center, 7 feet 1 inch. Just powered his way to the hole. Holloway, the team trailing by 11. And oh, nice follow. And look at this. Thomas flies in and jams it home. Budlavicius. Flowers. Foul called on Hapoel Holon. No, in fact, it wasn't. It was on Juventus Utena. Which is looking at the expression of Guy Panini. So here's Blatt again across midcourt. Holds on to it. Panini, open, good! Nothing but the bottom of the net. Budlavicius looks for some space. Shot clock winding down. Flowers, and has the ball knocked away, goes out of bounds. Suddenly better play from Dan Shamir's team. The team's not really shooting the ball that well so far. Inside and outside to Panini. Almost tried to bank it in. And good hustle from Thomas. And then gets it up with the reverse layup, Thomas. So good work on the boards from him. And that gets it back to a 4-point deficit. It looked like the rim and the net actually came to his rescue. It helped shield Kupchas. Field goal percentage again, down around 39%. Rebounding is pretty even as well. So that was good activity from Thomas. That really kind of sparked this Hapoel Holon team. And this shot from Thomas led to the timeout. Urbanus knows that when you're 0-2 and you've had so many struggles in a Lithuanian league, the confidence is fragile. So even if you get a lead, it doesn't take much for that confidence to sap with the other team coming back. Ireland. Inside to Kupchas, turns with the left hand. Oh, wow. I thought he was going to try to bank it in. He just went straight to the basket. Guy Panini, front and back of the rim, stays out. And Bitskauskas drives in, puts it up off the glass and in. Here he is again. He's been active. And all of a sudden, it's back to an 8-point lead. Jonty Flowers goes up, and I think the foul was on him, and not Kupchas. So Holloway at the line. No, it was indeed on Kupchas. Oh, Holloway. Takes his time. Makes one of two. It's a good work from Kupchas. And Dindy now back in for him. So nice little rotation there for Juventus Utena with their bigs. Kupchas was a handful. Bitskauskas gets it to Kornienko in the corner. Good! 32-22. The lead back to 10. Blatt hangs, passes, and is fouled. So the foul, because already in the bonus, puts Blatt on the line, and Tamir Blatt makes the first one. Makes the second as well. Well, Hapoel Holon, the final 4 minutes here of this second quarter. They want to finish strong. They pulled it within 4, but Juventus Utena have taken it back up. I thought that was an alley-oop pass. Dindy was able to get it, and then he is fouled by Triwick. So Triwick called for the foul. Must have been a touch foul. Could be that he blew on him. Look at that. He says, I didn't touch him. I tend to agree with him. Looks like not much in that. But Dindy makes the most of the opportunity, goes to the line and makes the first one. And the second. Holloway over to Blatt. Holloway for 3, ends out. Now Ireland. Three-point attempt from Kornienko. Ball bounces out, and Juventus Utena get the rebound, and then I think Ireland is called for being out of bounds. He's a scrap for the ball. Rabonus clutching at straws there, thinking he's going to get a foul called on Hapoel Holon. 10 points from turnovers for Juventus Utena, just 2 for Hapoel Holon. Dump outside. Here goes Alexander. Tried to go up for the dunk. And nice follow inside from Thomas. Well, he's really sparked them in the second quarter. You'd hate to think where they'd be without him. They'd be on the plane back to Israel. Bitskauskas gets it down to Kornienko. Now Bitskauskas. And, oh, boy, that was an unkind, but nobody. You saw Alexander shielding off one man, but then nobody else came down to help out with the rebound and left Dindy with an easy one. So confusion in the ranks for Hapoel Holon. Tamir Blatt misses from deep. And good step in there from Harush. Now Thomas. Holloway fouled up high. Nope, traveling. It's hard to believe this Hapoel Holon team took Murcia. Almost beat them in that opener. Bichkauskas to Dindy, and his pass was to a wide open Zakas, but he missed, and the response is Thomas scoring, so that's a 5-point swing. Hapoel Holon right now just trying to stay within striking distance. Try to regroup at halftime. Anthony Ireland dribbles between the legs. Looks inside now. Dindy on the baseline. Back to Ireland. Ireland gets in the lane again. Puts it up. And again, a chance to run. Holloway 3-on-1. No look to Thomas. Oh, Thomas gets blocked, but good play from Harush. Kornienko went up and said, "Not, sir, in this house." Look at this. He pinned it on the backboard. It's back to a 6-point deficit. Kornienko launches one. Dindy, another offensive rebound. And the offensive boards that are being grabbed here by the home team are killing Hapoel Holon. Bichkauskas is going to inbound it. And gets it to Kornienko. Alexander on him. Anthony Ireland up high. And fouled from behind by Holloway. Drive, and the basket is good from Bichkauskas with 32.1 seconds remaining. And then he goes to talk to the referee Calatrava to say he was pushed. He may have had a little nudge there. Look at this from Tamir Blatt. Nevertheless, he'll take the basket. And Hapoel Holon, folks, they're in a little bit of trouble here. Field goal percentages for both of these teams inside the arc.
Joe, you get Tamir, okay? And City, Tamir, Joe, get Tamir, okay? Yes, great, okay? You get both of you just really.
Field goal percentage overall, 43% for Juventus Utena. Hapoel Holon worse off. Plenty of time to turn this thing around, but you have to say right now, Urbanus and Juventus Utena have come out a little bit more focused, a little bit more fire from the beginning. Played a little smarter, and they've got the lead. Cook just made a big difference when he was in there, that's for sure. Inbounds it to Blatt, who there's about a 7-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. A little bit more than 7 seconds. So Hapoel Holon will try to take it down, it appears. talked about the 8-second mark, the 9-second mark. Here we go. And foul called a long way from the basket. They've got 5 fouls, so that will be free throws for Hapoel Holon. So they can go to the line, get a couple, but then they'll have to play defense. And Calatrava called him for the foul. So here's Harush. Makes the first one. Flowers in the game for Juventus, number 24, and he will inbound the ball after the 2 made free throws. For bonus. Vitkauskas has it. Clock down to 3. Vitkauskas drives in, and good D from the end from Alexander. Oh, they've called a foul. Is it on Harush? Free throws will be coming, it appears, for Juventus Utena. Well, wait a minute, they're going to look and see if the foul was committed after the expiration, after the final buzzer sounded. While we see this, we've got Kornienko with 10 points, Thomas with 10 points for Hapoel Holon, Kornienko 10 for Juventus Utena. They are the leading scorers. Dindy also has 8 points for Juventus Utena. Okay, so. Oh, I think they're going to give him free throws. I think they're going to get a couple of free throws. Look like Holloway may have fouled Dindy. With about 0.3 seconds. Yep, I think that's the right call. That was a good call, good spot by the ref. Lavicius will not be taking the free throws. Kupchis goes in there in case of the miss. He might be able to tip it back up and in. So interesting play. Saw Dindy get bumped by Trawick. Said, "What's up, man?" A little bit of trash talk going on out here. Sure they've got that's right. So they said the foul took place with 0.4 seconds remaining. So I think if any points are going to be scored, it's going to be down at this end. Either 2 from Dindy, no, maybe 1, maybe 2 from a tap in. Just, if you're Hapoel Holon, I think you want to go up and get a hold of this thing. Get the miss. Okay, so they get it. Harush is able to launch one, but gets it blocked. It's a dangerous play. Trying to block that shot. You never know, a referee might call a foul on it. Nevertheless, look at Dindy having words. He's not having it with Trawick. 39-32, Juventus on top at halftime. Juventus Utena, 58% shooting for them inside the arc. They've got 4 threes that have been made, just 2 for Hapoel Holon, who look out of sorts. Still plenty of time for them to get back into it. And you saw Juventus Utena winning it without Arvydas Šišknieks, who's not playing with the cold. And difficult to say how the impact of Corey Walden not being available is for this Hapoel Holon team. So we'll be right back, folks. It's halftime here in Utena, 39-32 in favor of the home team. 39-32, Juventus Utena on top of Hapoel Holon. It's, to be quite frank, hasn't been the greatest of games, but Juventus Utena have perhaps been a little bit more focused, determined, tactically aware of what they want to do early. Hapoel Holon, a lot of turnovers plaguing their play that just don't look like they're in their rhythm right now. But they've got a lot of talent in their team, and well, we'll see with if they can start to play together and play better. You've got to play D as well, and you got to rebound. And in terms of turnovers, turnovers often lead to easy baskets for the other team, and this Juventus Utena team has been able to benefit with some points off turnovers. We saw that stat, them getting 10 points off turnovers and just 2 points for Hapoel Holon off of the Juventus turnovers. Turnovers overall, always a big stat. 8 so far have been committed by Juventus Utena and 9 for Hapoel Holon. So the second quarter was better for them in that sense. Kornienko certainly has made a positive difference for Juventus Utena without many games. You can see his numbers. Well, you could see them very briefly, like a split second. Kornienko has 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 of 6 from long range, 4 of 9 overall. There's his numbers. And Thomas has sparked this team, Hapoel Holon. So they've certainly got it within themselves to come out and win this game, but they've got to get it together. They've got to get it going quickly. They need some answers from how to stop Kupchus. He was a problem for them down low, as was Dindy. And we'll see if any of the talking at the end of the first half between Dindy and Trawick carries over into the second one. Bichkauskas starts running at the point, and Kupchus goes and chases the ball down. Now Thomas out on Kornienko. Bichkauskas into Kupchus. Can Joe Alexander stop him? Yes, he does. That's really a power forward, Alexander, guarding the bigger Kupchus. So Alexander did a good job that time. Now Holloway. Holloway gets in, dumps it to Thomas, and Kornienko got the block out to Harush. And they just need one of those shots to fall, and it doesn't. Good rebound from Kornienko. The drive down low. Ball goes out of bounds. Bichkauskas inbounds it, and the shot clock winding down. Budlavicius puts it up and rims out, and Joe Alexander comes down with the rebound. Sure, Serena will be happy about that. And the ball goes out of bounds. Budlavicius, his second foul. Now Harush over to Holloway, who's and quiet. Here's Alexander, drives in, but then kind of lost control of it as he went up. He was hoping to get a foul called, but it looked like he just lost it. Urbanus thinking that it was a straight turnover. And three-point attempt, no good. And the attempt was from Coleman. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll still be Hapoel Holon ball, trailing by 7. So the shots aren't falling yet. Holloway shakes and bakes, puts it up off the back of the iron. Budlavicius with the rebound. Now inside it goes, and Kupchus gets the foul from Harush. So Kupchus will go to the line. He's been a problem. Making a difference, folks. And I'm not surprised he started the second half. Pass over to the corner. Coleman still not falling. It's another attempt, then Coleman just throws it away right in the hands of Kupchus. And now a little bit of miscommunication. Saminas trying to throw it to Kupchus, and the ball goes out of bounds. Holloway goes behind his back, drives in, takes the bump, shoots over the rim. Ten turnovers for Hapoel Holon, 9 for Juventus. Bichkauskas. Kornienko. Oh, this is everything. Hapoel Holon have gone more than 3 minutes without scoring here at the start of the second half. It is a drought. Here's Thomas, drives in, hangs. Kupchus goes up. Continues to be a problem on both ends of the floor. Now the pass just from Coleman gets away from Thomas. And you can see right now this is not a happy Hapoel Holon team. It's not happy Holon, certainly. It is frustrated Holon. Bichkauskas hands it off, and Holloway called for a foul. Bichkauskas. Drive, pass. Budlavicius hits the three-pointer. And the lead now 12. Alexander takes the contact, turns it over. Skauskas misses everything. I mean, in all honesty, folks, I mean, for Hapoel Holon, it could be a lot worse than trailing by just 12 points. So they've called timeout to try to get something, anything going. They haven't scored here in the second half. More than 4 minutes in. 38% for Juventus Utena, 32% for Hapoel Holon. So both teams searching for their best game. But this happens. It happens early in the season. You have struggles. You have chemistry issues. And don't forget, Juventus Utena have had a difficult season. I mean, they've been, they've already had a coaching change. They've brought in Kornienko. They've, yet to win in the Basketball Champions League other than in the qualification round. And the same for Hapoel Holon. They're 0-2, but what gets me is how Hapoel Holon almost won at Murcia. And tonight so far, they just have not looked like they're at the races. They are struggling. Here's Alexander, goes in against Kupchas, and good things happen when you attack the basket. Kupchas called for the foul. I like the demeanor of Kupchas, though. I mean, he's looked like he played pretty good defense there. Didn't complain, just gets on with it. So Dindy's going to come back into the game. Urbanus gives them the low 5. Alexander makes the first. And the second, so it's back to a 10-point game. Deep one, fouled while shooting the 3. Harouche called for the bump on Saminas. Saminas, rather. So, looked like a tough call to me as well. Certainly not what this Hapoel Holon team needed. Down 10. To Holloway. Taking it in from the bench right now. Watching this team struggle. Well, at least I know Saminas will not fully capitalize. What can Dan Shamir do here? Sometimes you struggle. You might want to perhaps employ a little bit of full court defense maybe. But to employ that, you got to make shots. And they just haven't been able to score. They've only got 2 free throws from Alexander. Tamir Blant back in the game. He's got it. Maybe he can work his magic. Tries to make the bounce pass, but it was well read from Guskitskas. And quick pass inside. Harouche missed the layup. Thomas gets it back and puts it up. Harouche has to put that away. Certainly Thomas is there. Second chance points. That's where Hapoel Holon have actually been pretty good. And the pass off of the hands of Grosicas. And now up it goes to Thomas for the two-handed jam. Juventus Utena fell asleep there. Good find from Tamir Blatt. And Saminas for three, rattles out. But Budlavicius with the rebound. And Thomas commits the foul. Anthony Ireland. And good hands from Guy Panini. Almost coming up with a steal. Oh, Budlavicius, little crossover, and Alexander went up for the swat. So good recovery and good job, not for the first time tonight, from Joe Alexander going in and getting the rejection. Sometimes good defensive play can spark you at the other end. Yeah, I would get it to Alexander and let him go to work. I think he can take Grosicas. Oh, tough place for him to catch it in the corner. He's double teamed. Somebody's got to be open. Shot clock winding down. Guy Panini's going to have to launch it. He's going to put it up right at the buzzer. And gets it back to 6 with that trademark little expression of give me the foul call from Panini. Look at him hustling and almost coming up with a steal, and the veteran is coming out now and sparking Hapoel Holon. Anthony Ireland from deep, and unbelievable. Thomas and Alexander battling each other for the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. Now, if Juventus Utena score here, and I think that was Thomas's mistake. He's got to be able to see his big man Alexander is there ready to catch the ball. And the ball turns over. So Juventus Utena now showing some signs of cracking. Can Hapoel Holon take advantage? Blatt. Entry pass to Alexander. He's going to go right at Dindy, and he tried to dunk it, and the foul was called on Juventus Utena. He was surrounded. That right there, if he can catch the ball down the low blocks, I don't think they can stop him unless it's Kupchas. Alexander makes the first. And doesn't get the second one to go. Dindy, Laron Dindy, who hails from Greer, South Carolina, gets the rebound. Bitchkauskas gets inside, loses it. Good D from Guy Panini and Tamir Blatt. Bitchkauskas holding his mouth like he was popped, didn't see it. I didn't see anything there. What's he holding his mouth for? There's nothing. Okay. Still holding his mouth. A three-pointer here gets it to a two-point game, and that didn't seem possible for Hapoel Holon a while ago. And here it is again, pass into the corner from Guy Panini this time. probably should have either attacked the basket. Don't try to make such a difficult play. Or get the ball to Alexander. He's been active. He's been carrying you. Harush, again, another reach. And that will mean free throws. Not a smart play by the captain. Juventus struggling a little bit, putting the ball in the basket. You don't want to foul, put them on the line, and a chance to get some easy ones. Second one is good as well. So back to a 7-point game. Guy Panini at the free throw line, looking for some space. Here's Blatt. Harush. And Harush, what in the world was that? And good reach and steal from Panini. But Harush has got to play. That's frustrating. Anyway, here's Panini. Again, a look at the steal and then the easy layup. Dindy goes inside, gets swatted by Joe Alexander. Alexander the Great. He's playing well in the third quarter. And once again, a chance to pull to within 3 or 2. Oh, Alexander might have gotten him with a little bit of body. Blatt to Thomas. Out it goes. Harush over to Blatt, wide open. Dindy with the rebound. Blatt hasn't been able to knock in that shot tonight. Hasn't been able to knock in the 3. It's a shot he's going to have to make. Dindy on the baseline. Oh. And you know, watching this game, you can see how both of these teams have lost their first 2 games. They're struggling. Thomas, however, gets inside, puts it up and in, and gets it back to a 3-point game. He is overall carrying this team. He's got the ability to put the ball on the deck, to go to the basket. And that seems to be what they need. And we've seen it from Alexander as well. He's been able to get some fouls and get to the line. Rebounds, 33-30 in favor of Juventus Utena. You know, Thomas just 24 years of age. So it looks like a change is going to take place with Jabril Trawick coming back into the game. So it's interesting to see if Dindy remains. It appears that he will. Sean Thomas, just 24 years of age, played his college basketball at Oklahoma. Played in Germany, 2015, 2016. Then he went to Italy to play for Cremona. And here he is now with Hapoel Holon. And Trawick is going to guard Flowers. Nope. Trawick, number 55. So a little bit of full court pressure. Blatt on Butchkauskas, and then Trawick reaches in, takes it away from Kornienko, but is called for the foul. Well, not just a little bit of contact with the hands. Kornienko may be a little fortunate there. So fortunate he is, and he goes to the line and capitalizes. Kornienko makes both. So that is a foul coming right off the bench from Trawick. And again, it's just like Harush. You're fouling the guy 50 feet away from the basket or whatever, and you put him on the line for easy free throw opportunities. Easy points. Now Blatt dribbles up high. And the ball goes out of bounds. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Now Alexander, post up, ask for the ball, and go to the basket. Go hard. Get him the rock on the low block. That's what I would do. Panini is going to inbound it. 18.8 seconds remaining in the quarter. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Alexander stiffing. Look at that. They turn it over. Dindy, however, and it goes back over to Alexander. And he doesn't need to be in a rush. Oh, he goes behind his back, puts it up. Oh, look at that. A little inspiration from Joe Alexander. Looked a little bit out of control, but he was able to make the shot and draw the foul. What a crazy sequence. Hapoel Holon shoot themselves in the foot, turning it over. Then Alexander gets it, goes all the way in. That might end up on the highlight reel, folks. Here it is again. And Kornienko quite clearly fouled him. So with that, not only is the deficit 3 points, Alexander goes to the line for a potential three-point play. He can get it to 2. The man has come to life in the third quarter. He's got 11 points. Make it 12. 5.9 seconds remaining. And Moore comes in for him now to give Alexander a breather, which is a good decision. Let him sit down for the final 5.9 seconds of the quarter. Here's Ireland. They get it to Kornienko, and Kornienko misses. Took the shot maybe a little too early. Had plenty of time. So it's game on, folks. 50-48. Juventus Utena on top of Hapoel Holon. So there are the numbers. 87%. Well, so game's kind of come to life here in the last few minutes. And seeing the intensity being brought to the table by Thomas, by Alexander. And again, you know, from my perspective, I know that Alexander can shoot it. He can shoot the rock. But sometimes you just want to post up and you want to go hard. Or face the basket and go to the rim. Whatever it takes. That was Blatt's 3/4 of the length pass up to Thomas for the two-handed slammeroo. I wonder if David Blatt was as good when he was growing up as Tamir is now. That's a question that I'll have. That has not been asked. But certainly I haven't asked it. So hopefully I'll get to ask one of them that question. Here's Guy Panini. David Blatt played college basketball, though. He went to Princeton and came over and played professionally in Europe. Look at that, behind the back. That's the play of the game right there for me. Kornienko was going for the rejection, and he got nothing. He only got grief. He committed the foul, put him on the line, the three-point play. So that's Kornienko there. Thomas has the 16 points. He's leading the way. Don't forget, however, with Alexander, what he's been doing on the defensive end. He's blocked 3 shots. He's got the 12 points. He's got the efficiency rating up to 14. Thomas, meanwhile, is he's got 60 points, 7 rebounds, and he's up at plus 22 on the efficiency. But that one, you know, those stats mean nothing. The only stat that matters is that stat right there, 50-48. Can Hapoel Holon pull even or take the lead? Well, Blatt's going to put up a 3. Well, they had a chance to go ahead Kupchas. Bounce pass, Kornienko, and that's what I'm talking about. If you're determined and you get the ball down low and you get some good looks, they had their way that time. And a three-pointer, again, stays out. Might need a timeout now for Hapoel Holon. Saminas, alley-oop pass. Oh, and they're going to say goal interference on Alexander. Goaltending. Kupchas is on the floor. Good things happen for Juventus Utena. Very active. Terrell Holloway back in the game now. Former Xavier man. Musketeers. Pulls up at the line over to Blatt. He's going to put up another three. Still can't get it to fall. Tamir Blatt. He's having a nightmare now shooting it. Missed all of his attempts from three-point range. 0 for 6. Kupchas. Lavicius off target. Now Blatt has it, passes up to Holloway. Holloway gets in the lane, puts it up and in. It's game on, folks. Thomas back into the game as well. So Hapoel Holon, maybe this is their best lineup. Entry pass to Ireland. And steps back. And gets the friendly roll. Nice soft release from Anthony Ireland. And it goes Thomas, and that'll be goal interference. Kupchas. Ball had already gone off the glass. Almost as if Hapoel Holon waited to start playing this game until about 7 minutes into the third quarter. They've played much better, but now a foul has been called, and Blatt goes out of the game, and you can see he's frustrated. He hasn't been able to knock in the three tonight. 0 for 6. He's got 2 points, 2 assists. He'll make a play when he comes back in, I guarantee it. Kornienko, his three, no good. And Panini and Alexander not able to get the rebound. And another opportunity for Juventus Utena. And Ireland trying to pass it, goes out of bounds. It'll be their ball with 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Saminas, and he stepped out of bounds. Nini's saying, I was there for the rebound and somebody popped me upside the head from behind. To Holloway. Here he goes. Takes the contact and can't finish. Good D. And Panini, got a break from the ref. And Panini drives in. Boy, Lady Luck smiled on Hapoel Holon that time. Looked like the ball was going out of bounds. And it hit the referee and stayed in bounds for Guy Panini. Anthony Ireland, that was off. Now Harush. And fouled. Will they count it? No, they won't. First foul on Juventus Utena in the fourth. What is Panini talking about? Saying he got fouled another time. Saminas, his second foul. So Biskauskas comes back in for, I think, Lavicius. Yes, it is. Oh, good D from Ireland, knocking it away. Oh, that is almost unforgivable for Hapoel Holon. You've got a chance to tie it or take the lead. Very careless. Great play by Ireland. Panini for three. And Harush can't get to it. Now Ireland's got it again. So that turnover, which led to the Ireland basket, the fault of Holloway, and that was his turnover. Now he's picked up his fourth foul, so he's going to go out of the game. He struggled tonight. Indy back in the game. Oh, he gets rejected. Boy, Alexander has been phenomenal defensively tonight with his shot blocking. That is 4 swats. And that one was, don't even think about bringing this in. Look at that. Reject City. Bitskauskas has it. And Bitskauskas picked up that last foul, by the way, his 3rd foul. Now Blatt back in the game. Oh, Panini. Oh, it looked like an okay pass to me. I don't know why. Was it too? Well, it's a bounce pass anyway. It's a. In my book, that's an unforced turnover. Another one, key situation. Dindy catches it and loses his balance. Again, denied down low. And Budalevicius hustling in, almost coming up with the steal. .453 remaining. I mean, you get the feeling really that it's anybody's game, but Hapoel Holon, that being said, they've had a few chances here to get closer. Here's Alexander. And Thomas with the rebound. Again, I know Alexander can hit that shot, but I want to see him going to the basket. Look at that. Now he's a little bit closer. Still short. Dindy hands it off. Bitskauskas gets in the lane, goes up with the left hand, draws the foul. Well, I'll tell you what, Juventus Utena got bailed out there. I mean, Blatt, a slight hand check long before, at the start of that move. Nevertheless, these things even out over the course of the game. And Bitskauskas makes both free throws. So back to a 6-point lead coming up on the 4-minute mark. Again, you got to go to somebody, Hapoel Holon, go down to the low blocks. And Harush takes a difficult shot, this time makes it. Bitskauskas, Budalevicius. Good D from Panini. Bitskauskas drives in, Dindy has it. Oh, Budalevicius traveled. Up and down. The referee, Calatrava, right on the call. 3.5 minutes now remaining. Do Juventus Utena have enough to get over the finish line? Can they get Urbanus a win tonight? They've had the change in coaches. Now it's Urbanus. Boy, it would be a hugely deflating defeat for them if they didn't win. And that is what I've been calling for all night, folks. Dindy commits the foul. Alexander, you get in the ball in the low block and you go up strong. It's easy. He's big enough to get it done. Let him try to carry you. If Kupchus is there, it's a little different. He's bigger, he's more of a rim protector. But Alexander now gets it back to a 3-point game. So the foul was called on Saminas, dropping down to help out. And Alexander makes both free throws. His numbers just keep going up, up, up. He's got 14 points. There's Kupchus. And perhaps they're listening to what I had to say. Well, they didn't have to. I mean, if I were the coach, if I were Shamir, I would be trying to go down low every time to Alexander. Bichkauskas, flat on him. He gets it to Saminas. Shot clock winding down. Kupchus challenging, but Alexander did enough, perhaps, to keep him off the glass. Blatt pulls up for three. Oh, off the front of the rim. That would have put Hapoel Holon in front. Pump fake, and Alexander committed the foul. Not a good foul. Okay, it's your fourth. That's okay, but it came late in the shot clock. Unless he felt like he was going to get an easy basket. And the dump down low to Kupchus again. He's tough to handle, but he passes it back out. And Bichkauskas for the three, no good. Thomas with the rebound. Hands it off to Harush. Get the penetration, dump it. Here you go, that's it, that's where it is all game long. And Alexander ties it up. 60 apiece. Come on, folks. You got to execute it. Just get it down low to the big fella. And Kupchus was drawn away from the basket. What was he doing? That's why he's in there. He's in there to protect the rim, to keep Alexander out. Juventus Utena now in danger. They've led the whole game. Now it's knotted at 60 apiece. Alexander with 16 points, Thomas with 18. Look at the fast break points. Hapoel Holon now with 14, Juventus Utena 13. So that's actually turned around in the second half. 20 turnovers for Juventus Utena as well. That has been a problem here in the second half. Korniecka had the really sound first half, has been relatively anonymous in the second. Korniecka does have the 14 points, Kupchus with 12. Budurlavicius has the 6 points, 9 for Ireland, and Bichkauskas has 8. Yeah, I think this is a good move to have Ireland in the game. Maybe he can get something going to the basket. And to put Kupchus double teamed, he passes it to Korniecka, and Korniecka fouled. Good play from Juventus Utena. Good patient move from Kupchus. Didn't decide to force it himself, but pass to his open teammate. Now it looks like Kupchis is coming out. Panini picks up his second foul. Whoa. Not a well-taken free throw. No, so Kupchis does stay in the game. And the second one is good. So he's now 3 or 4 at the line. Holloway comes in the game with Blatt. Interesting. Looks like they've got we're going with the 3-guard lineup. Harush, Holloway, and Blatt. And they keep Alexander in the game. And Panini. So Thomas is out. Wondering what the strategy is here. And Bitskauskas commits the foul on Blatt. And why commit that foul? Just play defense. To Holloway. Tries to inbound, a good D from Ireland. So I think they're going to switch and get Panini to try to inbound it. So you can see over the defense. And he gets it to Alexander. Alexander goes hard to the baseline. Great attacking play from Alexander. Kupchis couldn't have done much more, but it just illustrates when you attack the basket, you know, good things happen. So Alexander now has a chance to get to the line and to put his team in front. First one is good. How you feel for Kupchis? I mean, it's I guess he just wasn't moving his feet quickly enough there. Thomas is going to come back into the game to play defense soon. And Alexander goes to 18 points. Can't take him out of the game, that's for sure. And his efficiency is up to 20. Here's Thomas. Well, Thomas already has a double-double tonight, folks. 18 points, 10 rebounds. It's been Alexander, though, in money time. And Thomas, how many times are we going to see a foul called that far away from the basket on a reach? It just boggles the mind. Look at this. And that's a foul. That is a foul. You can't complain, Thomas. You've just picked up your 4th foul, and you've put Juventus Utena on the line. That is a major major mistake. You know, if you're going to reach, you're at risk of having the foul called. So we've got a tie game again, 62 apiece. And Ireland makes both. You just make it easy. You make it easy on the other team. Instead of them struggling to get, you know, to get an opening, to get a basket, you put them on the line, and they take free throws. And Ireland takes advantage. So Hapoel Holon called timeout. And I'll tell you what, Juventus Utena, if they've done one thing well tonight, it has been shoot free throws. 18 of 21. Ireland is now, that was his first couple. So both teams having a difficult time from three-point range, especially Hapoel Holon, just 2 of 20. Interesting tattoo. Love in the middle of the basketball for Ireland. So Panini's going to try to inbound it. Does get it into Harush. Blatt. Still in the game. No look pass over to Holloway. Get it to, there you go. Get it to Alexander. He's posting up. Oh, tough move from Holloway. Well, it's not been a great game by Holloway, but boy, that could end up being the play of the game. Look at this. That is called taking responsibility. Goes up, scores with the left hand, and just illustrates you're having a tough game, you just dig in and keep fighting, and eventually something is going to work your way. And it did that time for Holloway. Great play by Holloway. He certainly has that determined look on his face. And he converts it. Now it's a 2-point lead for Hapoel Holon. Final minute of what has turned out to be a very exciting game. I wouldn't have said that at halftime, but boy, it really has picked up in the second half. Ireland goes between the legs. Little shake and bake going at Alexander. Hands it off to Dindy. Shot clock winding down. Dindy puts up a three! Where in the world did that come from? Laurent Dindy, the pride of Greer, South Carolina, drills it. Shot clock about to expire. And Harush right in his grill. And he just looks at the crowd and says, I've been saving that one for you. Golly. Just when it looked like the tide had turned and Hapoel Holon had made the big play with Holloway, Dindy comes out and hits a three-pointer. He had come into this game, including the qualifying round. Well, he had hit a three-pointer in the first two regular season games. So there you have the rebounding, 41-37 now in favor of Juventus Utena. What a play from Dindy. Dindy could become trendy. Look at that. 24 second chance points for Hapoel Holon, 22 for Juventus Utena. Tell you, if Juventus Utena are going to win this game, Laurent Dindy may have just earned his paycheck for this game with that one shot. What a play. We've seen some exciting plays here from both teams here late in the contest. He doesn't want to talk about it now. He wants to place a D on Alexander. And we've seen Holloway able to get to the, oh, look at that. Panini out to Harush for three. Well, it was a great play. Harush just didn't make the shot. And I don't know if Panini should not have just gone ahead and attacked the basket. I mean, they got an open look. There's no doubt about it. But Harush, I wouldn't say has been the biggest threat from deep today. Now Ireland is at the line, 24.6 seconds remaining, and continues the excellent free throw shooting by Juventus Utena for this game. Harush, the captain, yeah, he had missed his only other three. He's 0 of 2 now, 2 of 7 from the floor. Ireland makes both. Now it's a three-point game. Will they look for the three? I think you got to go for the two. But then again, surely you're gonna foul, aren't you? You don't want to let him attempt it. Oh, Holloway. Oh, he'd got the foul called if he'd made the shot, but he didn't come close. 12.9 seconds remaining, Kornienko. You know you need the three, and it looked almost as if Juventus were going to allow him to take one. So I'm mildly surprised that Hapoel Holon didn't attempt one, even though they have had their struggles today, just 2 of 21 from deep. Maybe that figured into the thinking. 12.9 seconds remain. The first one is crucial, and he missed it. Now the second one. And makes the second. And Urbanus, I think, wants to talk this over. 2-point game, 12.9 seconds remaining, and there's still life. But it's going to be, it's really Juventus Utena. It's in their hands now. And the good news for Urbanus is that his team has some free throw shooters in there. I mean, they've done well at the line today. But it can be difficult making free throws late in the contests. I think, for my money, if the score line stays as it is, you have to say the play of the game was the three-pointer made by Dindy. It took him to 12 points. See the field goal percentage for both teams. That was an interesting play that was designed to get Harush the three-pointer. I'm not sure I would have gone with that because we'd seen them have some success attacking the basket, and then you go for the jump shot. The open three, you haven't shot the three well. But who would want to be a coach? Look at this. They had him. Even Harush had a hand up in the face, and Dindy still made it. And he looked good making it as well. Nice soft release. Look at this again. That's the play of the game right there, folks. That is called a dagger. A three-point go-ahead dagger. They advance the ball after the timeout. Bichkauskas inbounds it. Ireland. And Ireland is fouled by Panini. So 2-point game. If Ireland makes both, that's the ideal scenario for Juventus Utena. Hapoel Holon will be hoping that he makes, that he misses at least one, and they could potentially go down and attempt a game-tying three-pointer. Ireland makes the first one. Takes his time, bends his knees, and makes it again. Now they don't have to foul. Oh, they get up ahead on the defense. Oh, he gets rejected by Kornienko. Great play by Kornienko. Looked like Hapoel Holon might get a layup there. Oh, could have called a foul, to be honest. There was enough body there. Perhaps a tad unfortunate, Harush and Hapoel Holon. Now Harush has it. And Thomas, oh, he hits the three-pointer. Excuse me, that was Holloway hitting the three. Gets it back to a one-point game. Look, he's talking to the ref to say that was a foul. Oh, boy. This game doesn't want to finish, does it? Harush picks up the foul. What a play by Holloway. A couple of big shots from him on the drive, and then the three-pointer from the corner. And almost gave the credit to Thomas. Oh, and he misses the first one, Bichkauskas. There's life. There's life for Hapoel Holon. And remember, the Holloway three-pointer, they haven't been able to make threes today. They're just 3 of 22. Second one is good. And the ball thrown away. Oh, a bitter, you have to wonder about that play. I think that was Panini that made that pass. Why? Surely you can get a better play drawn up. Alexander picks up the foul. Well, we're right back into it. Saminas, if he makes 2, it's game over. He misses the first one. He likes the drama. He missed both. Oh, but the offensive rebound. Unbelievable. Boy, what a frustrating defeat for Hapoel Holon, and congratulations to Urbanus and Juventus Utena. The bottom line is they made the plays they had to make late in the game. They got them the win, and the shot from Dindy, for me, was the game breaker. And I think Urbanus just told him he was going to buy him dinner after that. Juventus, 43 rebounds, 38 for Hapoel Holon. It's a turnover game. Well, Thomas had himself a nice game tonight. Alexander finished with 18 points. And once again, Juventus Utena giving us a lot of food for thought in the Basketball Champions League. Ireland had the 15. He was a steadying influence. And look at that. Look at the emotion. Look how much it means to Urbanus and to this Juventus Utena team. They needed a win desperately. They got to win. So Dindy gets the hugs and the congratulations. And desperately needing a win now, 1-2 in the Basketball Champions League. And they'll be hoping that this bodes well. This will perhaps help them turn things around in the domestic front. Let's look at some highlights. Thank you very much. Kupchas, that was a nice bounce pass from him. Good patience. We saw that a couple times from Kupchas. Juventus and the LKL are 0-8. So they've had a difficult time, to put it mildly. And Panini came out, made some plays to help Hapoel Holon. So, but you have to say with Ireland getting the steal, that was crucial as well, and that was almost unforgivable. You can't turn the ball over in that situation. So Juventus Utena 0-8 in the domestic league, coming out and fighting today. Dindy sticking with it even though he got swatted by Alexander. Here's Alexander as well, and Blatt. And Alexander, and I felt like that was their way to victory. If they had gone that channel, I think to the very end, they might have actually gotten the win. Obviously, easier said than done. And, you know, you're playing good defense here, the shot clock winding down, and Dindy just hits the shot of the game. I mean, that was crucial. His team is trailing, and he hits a go-ahead three-pointer. And he became a Juventus Utena legend with that shot. And we saw at the very end the swat from Kornienko. There was a lot of body, perhaps a little bit fortunate. And Urbanus, all smiles, clenched fist, says, come on guys, we can do this. We can turn this thing around. Juventus Utena. Still 0-8 on the domestic front, but now 1-2 in the Basketball Champions League. So that's it, folks. A lot more Basketball Champions League action coming your way tonight and for the rest of the season. And there's one guarantee I can make, it's going to be a great season. So tune in. Thanks for watching.